up, guys? So today we're going to be doing a direct comparison between the Quest Pro and the Quest 3 in this home environment that they give you. So this is one of the newer environments that launched with the Quest 3, and yeah, I haven't really seen people talk about this environment that much. So I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's just because I'm an artist, but I get kicked away, or kicked away, blown away, uh, when I just see like really awesome, impressive artwork. So anyway, so I just kind of want to point out some of the differences because there are some differences. Um, and yeah, I actually had to re-record this part of the video because I forgot and I left it in or record it in a square, and I want to record it in landscape. So one of the differences that I noticed is I was saying on the Quest 3, I couldn't remember for sure if that big thing up there was animated. I couldn't remember if it was on the Pro versus when I took the headset off and went over to the 3. So, but anyway, but it is animated here on the Pro, and then but it looks even better on the 3. So you'll see. So hopefully it comes out in video pretty well, because again, it's hard to translate some of this stuff from the headset to a 2D screen. But anyway, so yeah, so that animation part is on the Pro as well. I would imagine it's on the 2, but I don't have my Quest 2 anymore. I gave it to someone. So anyway, so let's start off with some things that you might want to check out. So we're going to do a comparison. So I'll show you how this world looks first here on the Pro, and then we're going to move over to the 3. So we'll start with the city right here. So we can see we have this building right here. It's just kind of just chilling there. We have these lights that are moving, and they look pretty nice. Again, like this doesn't look bad. You know, like it's still a very nice looking area, but you'll see when we go over to the Quest 3. There's it's a significantly massive difference. But anyway, so yeah, so we see all of this. You know, we can kind of see just all of the different landscapes that out there. You can see that alien ship out there, does whatever it does, and then it takes off. So there's that. But the one thing that I have noticed though is from taking both headsets off, switching back and forth, looking at the same environment on the Pro, it is significantly not as clear on the Quest 3. So for instance, like this dome right here, you'll see when we go over to the Quest 3. On the Pro, at least from what I'm seeing in my headset right now, it's very pixelated looking. It's kind of like muddy. So it's not very clear. It's not very sharp at all. That thing in particular, it doesn't look necessarily good on this headset, but yeah, the overall image on the Pro is definitely more how should I say, it's not as sharp, so we'll just say that. Just like the windmill right here, so like the blades on it, they're not as there's like some pixelation kind of going on around the edges where they kind of looks like it's like a little shaky, so you can kind of see that. The draw distance out here isn't too bad. But yeah, again, it's the image is not quite as sharp as what we're going to see on the 3. Something else to notice too that you'll see over on the 3. So these trees are not animated. They're just pretty much just sitting here. They are 3-dimensional, however. But here, let's see if I can go. So they are 3-dimensional, so they're not just like a billboard image, but they're not animated. And when we go over to the 3, you'll actually see how much this stuff makes a big difference. So anyway, so those aren't animated. And one of the other really big things, same thing with that tree. That one's not animated. The trees over here, they're not animated. Let's go over and look at this water, or not the water. We're going to get to the water in a second, but I'm trying to there we go. So the fire looks pretty decent. So I would say this looks pretty much the same as on the 3. But yeah, so fire looks pretty decent. And then we'll go over here to these plants. So you can see these plants, they still look really pretty. Like, by no means am I trying to put any of this down. Like, I really do think that it's a very pretty environment. But there is no animation on these. They're just kind of just sitting there. Let's go back over here. Okay, so this is one of the big things. So this piece right here, also too, from just taking my Quest 3 off and just seeing the same environment, I'm also noticing too, it's not the movement of this thing right here. It's not quite as smooth. I'm actually noticing kind of like it's not something that's gonna like make you go crazy if it's you don't, but it is noticeable that it's not as smooth on as it is on the three. Also, too, there's some stuff that's missing, but you'll see all that stuff. And then, so let's look at the water. So we can see the water here, how it's coming down, and it looks pretty nice right there. And then it's a little detailed right here, and then it feathers off right here at the edge, and that's it. And then the rest of this is just it's just like pretty much like a transparent, like kind of like the trick like us Horizon World creators would do for like when we take like a big piece of text and then drop the the opacity on it to make it look like there's water. So that's kind of what it looks like right here with the just being able to see like the rest of the stone texture underneath it. So the water doesn't look as good on the on the Pro as compared to what I'm going to show you on the 3. It definitely doesn't look as good. So yeah, so there's quite a bit of stuff that's man, when you really just go from the 3 back over to this headset, like you can really notice. Like I said, this is my second time I had to record this environment on my Pro because I accidentally recorded it in the square instead of landscape, and so I knew I was going to get roasted if I did like, oh yeah, here's the difference. Here's the Pro, and then it's a square video, and then I do the 3, and it's a nice landscape video. So I had to come back and re-record that so I could try to be as fair as possible. But yeah, so the fog also too kind of looks just kind of muddy, I guess I would say. Like, I mean, it looks like fog, but on the 3, it's much more noticeable. Like, it's just more detailed. So anyway, so those are the main things that I wanted to show you for how it currently looks on the Pro. I would imagine this is how it looks on the Quest 2 as well. But yeah, so now we're going to jump over to, you can see this up here. So these things, I'm trying to make sure I cover everything, but I think that's pretty much it. And we'll go over here. So I do think the tree looks about the same. It's probably not as, the image isn't as sharp on the Pro as what it is on the, I love this color. That's so pretty. But yeah, so the image isn't as quite as sharp. And then also too down here, we can see the water down here. It's the same texture as what was over there. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. So now let's jump over to the Quest 3 and let's just see what are some of the big differences. And yeah, these balloons are not moving. They're just the image that are there. And they're pretty hard to see too. I can tell they're balloons because what else would they be? But I can't see much detail on them. So, and like I said, they're not moving. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's jump over to the Quest 3 and let's see how this same environment runs on that headset. Okay, so here we are. So we are on the Quest 3. So there is a massive difference. So we're going to start off here with the city. So number one, you'll notice, so this building right here is now actually animated. So it's moving, which is kind of cool. So it kind of just goes up and down. There's a train that moves right here. You can see that. So that train wasn't on the Pro. At least I don't remember seeing it. But also too, this dome right here looks so much more clear on this headset than what we had on the Pro. So you can actually see the, the edging, like the top of the dome that's kind of curving over right there. You can actually see how clear it is. You can actually make out what that is, which is really, really awesome. We have these cool fireworks that constantly explode that are going off. This area up here, the circular area, I guess the kind of like the horizon thing, it has these lines that are pulsating in it, and we didn't have that on the previous video that I showed you with the Quest Pro, so that wasn't even there. Same thing with this piece up here. I don't remember that animating or seeing any of this stuff coming out. Like I said, sometimes I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing it, so I'll check when I edit the video again, but I don't remember seeing that, so I'm pretty sure that's only on the Quest 3. Also, too, lower down here, these buildings, so you're noticing how they have screens on them, so they're actually like animated. They're playing stuff, so you can see all of this is moving. This kind of reminds me more of what the Oculus Home used to be like for the PC. There was this really cool world that had all of these cool like screens and all this cool stuff. It was awesome, but this is kind of a little bit closer to what that reminds me of. So, I mean, there's all of this stuff just looks so much more alive. It just makes the space feel like it's actually like almost like almost like kind of like you're in like a Pixar movie or something. I don't know. Uh, the fog looks even better on this headset compared to what we had. It's just a lot of things are just a lot more crisp, and there's more things moving. There's more animation going on. The background over here is much clearer. There's that same little alien ship that just takes off. So you can see the train moving back over there. Also, too, you can see we have this wasn't here on the Pro, so we have this, the First Encounters Explore Mixed Reality, so you can literally launch that mixed reality title that comes on the Quest 3. You can start that from right here, which is kind of cool. Also, too, here, let's go over here. So you'll notice this tree right here is actually animated, so the wind is blowing, so you can kind of see that right here. Which is nice. Again, too, I know some of the older homes did have animation, but the amount of things that are moving in this one are incredible. So yeah, that looks really good. Also, too, let's come over here to the fire. So the fire looks really nice. Looks pretty good. These plants over here, these ones are animated as well. These weren't moving on the Pro. So yeah, just a lot more animation that you'll notice. Like even up there, those ones are blowing in the wind. Let's see. Same thing with this tree right here. So the wind is blowing. Again, all of these tiny little details just make it feel more realistic. Like this is a great environment. Like if you're gonna like have some of your friends, like if they can call you and have their avatars come in here and hang out with you. Like I mean, I could see spending time in here just hanging out, just enjoying the view and just talking about whatever, because it's just that nice. I can't even lie. So over here too as well, so there's a really nice view here, and again this image out here and the draw distance out there, everything just looks sharp, looks very clear. Also too, I don't believe the balloons, if they were in the Pro, I don't think they were moving, but in here they're moving. They may have been in the Pro. I think they may have just been an image. Could be wrong, but I know they weren't moving for sure. So you can see like these ones are animated. They're all moving. Again, just more and more animation that we're seeing coming out of this environment from the Quest 3, which is really cool. There's that train back over there. So it's pretty cool. I think there's 2 trains. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but yeah, so just a really great view. Now, one of the big things that I really want to comment on is the water. So also too, this thing up here that keeps moving, it didn't on the Pro, it didn't have these tiny little bubbles that are going around it as well. So that's again, these are the things that some people might say, oh, it doesn't make such a big difference, but when you're in the headset, it truly does. Like it just the whole environment feels more real and realistic. That's cool. You can see the reflection from the windmill right there in the mirror. That's cool. Okay, so the water. So we noticed, so before the water, it was kind of falling like this. Doesn't look as pretty as this though on the Pro, because this water almost looks like it has like a, like when like the dish soap and it has like that rainbow color. It kind of reminds you of that. So, but on the Pro, we noticed that it was more detailed right here, and then it kind of feathered out right here. And the rest of this, remember, you could just see down into it, you could just see like the brick texture underneath it. But this, we have this really pretty rainbowish looking texture, very reflective too. And like, I mean, you feel like you should be able to just put your hand down in it. And but yeah, I mean, like such a much better texture, much more believable. The water in the background still looks about the same, but yeah, everything just looks way sharper, more crisp. Again, it's more animated, it's more lively. It just feels more like, like this is an actual place that you could actually, hang out or something. Then one for me, being like an artist, is I always like obsess over like the little details. So like even that little pulsating screen right there with the circular just like pulsing on there, all of that stuff like really sticks out to me. And again, it just makes, that's what I think these VR experiences, need to feel more like. It needs to feel like the world is more alive. Like you could actually go over into that city and there would actually be things happening. And yes, I was just crouching down. Um, but yeah, you know, like I at first I was like I didn't know that the the Quest 3 was going to have this much of a difference with like something as small as the like the home environment, but this kind of shows me and some of the experiences and games that I've played that the Quest 3, like the new chipset that they have in there, it really is a big deal. So um, I know some people may not think it is, but it really is because just this reminds me. Even look down over there. There's water texture right over there, which is really cool. And this isn't all moving at the same speed either, which is cool. So that means that the values are set different on the water here and the water down there, um, which makes it feel more believable. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do this because I hadn't seen anyone really like talk about this home environment, which me personally, I get a kick out of the home environments here, like on these headsets, and I always just want them to be better and better because I remember what the homes looked like in the like for when you had like the Rift and all that stuff. Those were great, and I'm so angry. I had so much cool stuff that I collected from like the years of playing VR games that had trophies and stuff, and it's all gone now, so that kind of sucks. But this is a little bit closer to what we had on there, and so I just hope that these new home environments that they keep creating, you know, and I also hope that they kind of tie them to. So, for instance, like there should definitely be like a way you can just jump into Horizon Worlds from here. And I think I heard something about that might be coming because just the way you can jump into like the first encounters experience right here, there should be like a portal that's just constantly swirling like right here where you can just walk into Horizon Worlds and you don't have to like open an app to start it, you know. Um so yeah, I'm a firm believer in some of these like VR experience and stuff. Like they need to start different than what we're used to with like our phones and tablets and all that stuff. So it needs to be different. Um, but that's just me being nitpicky. I just think it would be cool. There's like a Horizon portal just spinning right here. That would be awesome. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think of the visual differences between this and between the Pro and the Quest 3. And yeah, post your comments down below. I'll have more videos coming out soon. We're just going to keep exploring this headset as far as we can go. And yeah, so just make sure you subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, take it easy.